Hello, this is Jerry Michael Combs. You can call me Jerry Michael or Mr. Combs. I will be your instructor for Math 65, and our class will be entirely online. So I wanted to create this video to welcome you to class, and to show you around Blackboard and the XYZ homework site. So let's get started. So the first thing you should have done when you logged into Blackboard is you should have clicked on the Getting Started tab. And if you did, if you're watching this video, then you did do that, because that's where this video will be located. But when you log into Blackboard and click on our course, what you see on the screen is what you will see in Blackboard. So you'll notice that there's announcements. So when you click on our class, it will always open up to announcements. There isn't one there yet, but there probably will be one when you click for the first time, because either tomorrow or Saturday I'm going to send out an announcement. Maybe on Sunday, over the weekend. Before Monday, I'll send out an announcement. So the first thing you should do is click on the Getting Started tab, and you've already done that since you're watching this video. So after you finish watching the video, which will appear here once I'm finished with it, you should click on the Syllabus and Meet Your Instructor buttons and read each carefully. So here's the syllabus. This menu is sort of like a table of contents for the course. If you click on a button, it will take you to that part of the course. So if you click on Syllabus, then you'll see the course syllabus, and the course syllabus is actually this link right here. You just click on that and download that. After you read the syllabus carefully, then click on Meet Your Instructor. You'll see a picture of me, a fairly recent picture, and you'll see my phone number, you'll see my email address, the office hours. These are times when you know you can catch me in my office. I'm usually in my office at other times than these, though. Some ways to get in contact with me: email, discussion board, we'll talk more about that later, and office phone. You'll see some grading and feedback time frames, my biography, and the last thing is a student introduction activity. I would like for you to introduce yourself to the class. We're not going to be able to see each other in person, but I would like to get to know a little something about you, and I would like for you to have a chance to share some things about you with your classmates. So I'm asking that you introduce yourself to the class by creating a thread in the introduction forum. We'll talk about that in just a minute. You can tell us anything you want to know, but be sure to explain whether or not you like math, discuss any experiences you've had with math in the past, and tell us how you use math in your everyday life. Also, I want to point out that the first assignment in XYZ homework, which is one dealing with translating from words to expressions and equations, is due during week 1. And you need to complete that assignment during week 1, or I will have to include your name on the no-show report. And the no-show report is just a listing of all students who have never been to class, or not put in an effort to begin the class. Okay, so I don't want you to be on that list. So make sure you do that homework assignment A within the first week of class. So after you read all about me, then you can go to this part of the course. This is really the meat of the course. We're going to have 4 units that we talk about, and the first unit is solving equations and inequalities. So when you click on a unit, you'll notice that the course is set up in weeks. So week 1 will be January 14th, the first week of class, then week 2, then week 3, week 4, and 5, and so on. So we actually have 17 weeks where activities are going to go on. We have 16 weeks, and then a week of for the final exam. Okay? So most of the time, let me click on week 2. So most of the time you'll have 3 steps, 2 or 3 steps during a week. So for example, in week 2, you have information sheets and EdPuzzle videos. Those will be how you get the instruction. Okay? So your information sheet is like a note guide. So you'll print it off and you'll use the videos to help you fill out that sheet. You don't need to turn those in to me. That's just for your use. Step 2 of each week will be a homework assignment and XYZ homework. More on that in a minute. Sometimes your weeks will have a step 3, which is just taking a quiz. So you take the quiz in XYZ homework as well. Alright, but let's go back to Unit 1, Week 1, because there are a couple things that I want to point out in Week 1. Week 1 has more than 2 or 3 steps. The first step is to introduce yourself in the Math Cafe discussion board. So if you click over here on the Math Cafe discussion board, I want you to introduce yourself in the introductions forum by clicking create a thread. You can type in introduction or some subject, your name maybe, and then type in here to introduce yourself. Okay, so I'm going to cancel since I've already introduced myself in the biography. Alright, so let me click OK here. You will not have this. I'm going to say leave the message. Yeah, I'm going to say set at me as the author. So submit. That's just because I transferred this course over from the course I was using last semester. So you won't see that, okay? You'll notice though that there is another forum, the questions forum. And if you click back on Math Cafe here, the questions forum. So if throughout the semester, if you have a question about EdPuzzle, a question about XYZ homework, a question about any of the material from the course, a question about a due date, a question about a proctored exam, then what you're going to do is post that question here. Okay? So you can click on this question, create a thread just like you did with the introduction forum. Now, I will try to check this more than one time a week, but I will at least check these questions one time a week. So if you have something urgent, and you've posted a question here and I haven't responded, you may want to email me directly or call me, okay? But if you log on to this and you see some questions that you know the answer to, feel free to answer those. You may get some bonus points by answering other students' questions, okay? All right, so if I go back to Unit 1, Week 1, the next thing is you need to enroll in XYZ homework. And if you click on this link right here, it will give you instructions for enrolling in XYZ homework. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. So now, finally, we're getting to the information sheet and EdPuzzle video. So if you click on the information sheet and EdPuzzle video, this is the same for every single week where you have these videos to watch. So what EdPuzzle is it's another program that allows me to monitor everyone's video watching. So it will tell me if you watched only part of the video or all the video, and also sometimes there are little questions that you can answer. Okay, so you'll need to log in or set up an account with EdPuzzle. If you have worked with EdPuzzle before in another class, then you can just log in right from Blackboard. If you have a Gmail account, you can log in right from Blackboard. If you have an Edmodo account, some people do from high school or from grade school. I don't know really what that is. But if you do, you can log in with Edmodo. But if you don't, then you can sign up. And when you click sign up, it'll take you to the EdPuzzle website, and you'll just click sign up with EdPuzzle, and it's going to ask you for a class code. Now this class code is up here in this paragraph that will repeat what I'm saying now. So this is the instructions. These are the instructions for signing up with EdPuzzle. So the class code is TIPAPGO. TIPAPGO or something. I don't know. But TIPAPGO. Okay? Alright, after you log in once, or after you create or sign up once, then you should be able to log in right from this page. Sometimes, if I'm using the same computer, it will just automatically have me logged in when I access these videos. So what you're going to do is you're going to access the videos, and you're going to use the videos to help you fill out the information sheet. So you'll print off the information sheet each week. And here's an example of the information sheet. This is just giving you some introductory information about algebra. And then it will have some problems for you to do as examples, some things where you might be able to fill in based on the video, and then some examples for you to do, which the video will complete all of these for you. So you can use these information sheets to help you take notes. Okay? So let me get back to our Blackboard site. So that's our Blackboard site. So each week is going to work the same exact way. All right. When you get to, I'm going to go back to Unit 1, Week 1. When you get to the homework section, you're going to click on Homework. When you click on Homework, it's going to take you to XYZ Homework, and you're going to sign up by register as a new student first. So you click on Register as a new student. Once you've signed up, you're going to log in, and when you log in, this is what you'll see. Our class is, well, I have all of my classes listed here, but our class is MAT 65 Spring 2019 Online. So you click on it, and I would read this answer entry guide first because that'll tell you how to enter answers. But if you click on a problem or a set, then you'll notice that you have a list of all the questions. Here's where you include the answer. So if you know the answer to this, x minus 10 equals 8, well, that's 18 minus 10 equals 8, right? So I can put 18 in there, and then you can submit, and that'll tell you, yay, you got the question correct, or no, you did not get the question correct. So you can attempt that question again. If you're having trouble, for all of the problems, most of the problems, you have a video that you can click on, and the video, in the video, somebody will be explaining how to do problems that are like the problem you have, okay? And you can choose from different people who are explaining the examples. You can also click on ebook, and that will take you to some textbook pages that deal with the question, that have information on it that deal with the question, okay? There's a couple things I want to mention. If you notice, you have quizzes, and I have quiz 1 has one attempt, or attempt 1 and attempt 2. You only have to do attempt 2 if you're not happy with your score on quiz 1, so attempt 1. So if you didn't pass the attempt 1, go ahead and study and then do attempt 2, okay? And then what I'll do is I will take out of those 2 attempts the highest score, okay? The other thing I want to point out is that test 1 and test 3 you can take at home, take anywhere you want, but test 2 and test 4 are proctored exams. That means you have to go to a testing center where a proctor can ensure that you're not using unauthorized materials and that you are who you say you are. All right? So, pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to skip back over to the Blackboard site and point out that here you have planning, and this button is planning for the proctored exam. So if you click on planning for the proctored exam, this will give you the information that you need to find a proctor and to let me know who that proctor is. Alright, I guess that's it. If you have any questions about the course, be sure to let me know. I'm looking forward to a great semester, and I will talk to you all later.